What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norm Radd89 here, bringing you another video today for a Radd movie review to talk about The Night House, a recent film I just caught. This is from 2020, and this falls in the category of the kind of supernatural haunted house genre that I'm going to be tackling for my next subgenre ranking for horror films. This is also directed by David Bruckner and written by the same people who did the most recent Hellraiser film. So that was a main reason too, another one why I wanted to check this film out. And this was a first time watch for me. So today you're going to hear my positives, my negatives, my rating for The Night House. Let's do this. Roll it. So The Night House, as I said, is a 2020 film, falls into the subgenre category of like haunted house type films, supernatural stuff that I want to talk about for my next subgenre ranking. This one stars Rebecca Hall, and let's get right into the positives right away as she plays my favorite thing about it is Rebecca Hall and her acting performance as she plays a woman who is going through and grieving through her husband, her lover. He committed suicide. So she's grieving through that and dealing with living at that house still and contemplating selling the house, packing everything, all the kind of stuff that goes on with having to deal with some traumatic event like that. And this is a house that her and her husband lived in for 13 years or something like that. He built the house. So there's a lot of attachment, a lot of, grieving and stuff that has to do with this property. And Rebecca Hall's performance and all the scenes and all the different kind of emotions that she goes through in this film is great. Like, she's just one of those actresses that knows how to nail a role, and she can carry a film well. Like, she knows what to do. You know what I mean? You can trust her as a director or a writer, that when you give her the character, she's going to know how to find a certain niche or a certain, center of that character, hold on to that and really create and, develop a character on screen. Like I said, even the chemistry she has with just herself when she's going through some of the spooky sequences in the house, when stuff starts to happen that are like, supernatural type ghost stuff, her performances, her acting, perfection. Another thing I love is the visuals. This is one of those films that has really good cinematography, and I can tell from David Bruckner watching Hellraiser and now watching this film, he's just one of those directors that has an eye behind the camera. This film has a lot of like optical illusion type stuff, so scenes where you're staring at just like a kitchen or you're looking outside into the lake and then you see the shape or you see what the director wants you to see. It's kind of like staring at those paintings for a really long time, those optical illusion ones, and then you see the shape. Like, it was like that. So the visuals off the charts and cinematography, grade A for sure. Another thing I want to praise about this film is keeping me surprised. This is a subgenre that I don't really often return to. I do like some really good haunted house type films, like Poltergeist is one of my favorites that are up there. But it's a subgenre that can get kind of tiring, a little bit mediocre, and this film really has a good twist in that third act that flips it on its head and really brings life to the film, you know what I mean, and this subgenre. So I was very surprised with the creators and it's a risky idea too in that third act. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm going to keep it spoiler free, but it's a risky idea, and the twist they do, I think, from my opinion, from watching the film, it works and totally, like I said, brings new life into this subgenre, something that I've never really seen done before. So I like that for sure. Now let's get into talking about the mixed and negatives, because I really did have such a fabulous time with this film, but I wouldn't say a perfect film. And one mixed and negative aspect to this film is that it does meander a little bit. There are some, I feel like 10 minutes, like shave 10 minutes off of this film and it would have tightened it up and it would have just flowed a little better. That's about it. But yeah, a few moments, it just felt a little bit long, but there is still atmosphere in this film. Like, don't get me wrong, there's an atmosphere, there's a creepy value to this film. It just, I feel like shave 10 minutes off of this movie and that would have tightened it up just a little bit. Also, this might be, like I said, a personal taste thing for me, but me being more of a gore hound, I would have appreciated more graphic, gory stuff. Like, this is a very tamed film. Like, in my perspective, from where I'm coming from in terms of horror, this is a very kind of PG-13 style, haunted house type film, but it works. The story is gripping, the acting performances are great, but it's very kind of moderate mediocre compared to some of the other films I watch. So I would have appreciated a money shot, something more intense like gore factor. But there is a cool shot in the third act that's very, ominous. This shot that has like this red kind of two moons or two suns kind of thing going on, or two moons and like mirroring each other. Like it looks really good. So like I said, the visuals and cinematography is off the charts. I just would have appreciated maybe a little bit more gore, horror stuff in it. But overall, in my book, this is still a fabulous watch. And for a rating, The Night House is going to get an 8 out of 10. It's a very solid rating. And this film, I believe it's currently streaming on HBO Max. That's where you can check it out. And I highly recommend it because in terms of, like I said, being a haunted house type, supernatural type film, it really does change in that third act and kind of flip the script and breathe new life and do something interesting with the subgenre. Rebecca Hall's performance is totally worth watching the film as well. And like I said, the off-the-charts cinematography and visuals done by David Bruckner and the camera people, like, really are something to see. So I think this film really was, like 8 out of 10 rating, very strong. And I'm so happy about these two films from these creators and stuff that I'm going to be checking out. I believe it's The Ritual on Netflix. I haven't seen that film. And then I've seen like all their films and they do really good stuff. Like I said, I can trust these people. So if I ever see David Bruckner or Luke Petrovsky or Ben Collins' name attached to a project, I trust them now, where I'm going to be like, I'll give it a shot for sure and really appreciate it. Because like I said, they have an eye behind the camera and are really good storytelling and understand the human psyche. And you can tell that when you're watching their characters. But this is just my opinion on The Night House. And I would love to hear from all of you in the comments section. Please feel free to share your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel, so you get more videos like this. And thanks for sticking around with me, y'all. And most importantly, have a safe and happy day. Peace out.